So we come out today with 100-400 and a couple of extension tubes to get some close-up pictures, if not macro pictures, of some snowdrops. We've come to this really old cemetery to shoot some snowdrops, and they're out at the moment, so we should find some good compositions. On here we've got the 100-400 and we've got 16mm extension tube, and we're obviously on a tripod because it's fairly dark, and the subject is about 10 foot away. So we're on 400 and we're focused over there, so you can get quite close, but it's never going to be as good as a macro lens. You just can't get macro, but you can get close to things that are quite far away. And in this little example of snowdrops, you know, a macro lens would do much better, but this just goes to show that you can get close-up shots from about 10 foot. This is my first composition, and we've sort of got two on their own. It's difficult to sort of isolate a single snowdrop because they're sort of grown in clumps, and I quite like the snowdrop, and the background is out of focus enough, but the one at the front, which is out of focus, is well, it's not so nice, and I could do with not having that in the frame. This sort of begs for focus stacking, but it was, although it wasn't windy, there was a slight breeze, and that wouldn't have worked. Right, this is going to be the scientific bit. Basically, we're going to give you the numbers of distances you can shoot. Now, in the video, I did say that I had two extension tubes and I only used one. That's because one of them just didn't work. So I'm pleased to say that I now have two working extension tubes, total of 26mm, one 16mm and one 10mm. Now, at 400mm, using the 16mm extension tube, you can shoot down to 5 foot or 150 centimeters. With the 26mm extension tube at lens at 400, you can shoot down to 3 foot or 80 centimeters. With the lens down to 126mm of extension tube, you can shoot down to 8 inches or 80 centimeters. And we're going to show some samples to give you an idea of what you can achieve. So we've moved our composition slightly to make it declutter the background a little bit. So we're thinking of a square crop. So yeah, this is our second composition. We've got 3 snowdrops, and basically we're going to probably crop this into a square. But they are a good 10-12 feet away. So it's an area where we could really get to with a macro lens, and so shooting from a distance is quite good. And we're going to crop this probably into a square, and it's quite a way away. So much for choosing an uncluttered background. I think this is more cluttered than the other one. But I quite like this grouping of these 3 snowdrops. And if it wasn't for the background, if we can do something with the background, this will make a much better composition. And the main one, which is really in focus, and the one on the right sort of counterbalances that. So yeah, I think this is quite a successful sort of shot. With this next shot, we're quite a bit closer, and we've sort of isolated the 2 snowdrops, and makes quite a pleasant sort of image. And with the light sort of reflecting off the top of the snowdrop, makes it quite good. The one in the foreground, which is out of focus, I'm not too worried about that. I need to make the branches in the background a little less warm, and if that's toned down, I think this would be quite a nice looking image. Well, we've been out on this little adventure with 100-400 to see how close we could get. And yeah, it's sort of fairly overcast, so it's not been too bad a day. And we can get close, but perhaps not close enough. I came across this group of crocuses, and they were sort of backlit a little bit, and they were just a very small patch of crocuses on their own, and there weren't really any crocuses about, so this was such a nice, vibrant looking image. I say, with a backlight, it really had to be taken. So I'm really quite pleased with this one, and this is probably a better shot than a lot of the snowdrops. So I went on to get my 10-24mm lens out and take this picture, which shows like a clump of the snowdrops and an old headstone, which I thought made quite a nice image. So maybe I should do a video on the 10-24mm lens as well, because it's great to get sort of really close up and intimate with your subject. The actual lens was only about a foot away from the first clump of those snowdrops. Well, thanks for watching our little adventure. Please like, subscribe, and if you've got any comments, let us know, or any future videos that you want to see. And I think I've pretty exhausted the 100-400 lens. But there may be something else you guys want me to do. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And we'll see you again on our next adventure.